What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, flippinstoop. I hope you guys are rocking this day out. In a lot of my video content, you hear me trying to encourage people not to give up on eBay, to get the best results they can. Little things that I've learned throughout the way. No hacks. Not a such thing, right? But I think what it all really boils down to, and we'd get a lot better results, is if we realize, me and my fiance were just talking about this on the way home. If you realize the opportunity that presents itself to each and every single one of us resellers, it is fucking ridiculous. I put out the numbers on how much money is spent per year on eBay, how many active buyers there are a month. The numbers are substantial. They're ridiculous. They're ridiculously high. Okay, so I'm always trying to figure out a way to motivate somebody not to give up. The real thing that should be motivating you is the present opportunity you have each and every single day you wake up. This app, this platform, eBay, it's sum it up. You could sum it all up in one word: opportunity at its finest, right? Opportunity at its finest. What we tend to do as humans is become ungrateful for the opportunity that presents itself to us each and every single day. It's here for us. It's here for us to win on. Right? It's what you do with it, right? Because as I said, we were having a discussion on the way home about opportunity. And where that opportunity stems from is inside your mind. Your mind decides how much energy you're going to put into an opportunity or not, right? There's not a single person in here that didn't put an immense amount of energy into being able to walk. You know, your perspective was looking around as you're a kid, and you're thinking to yourself, everybody else is doing this, so I'm going to do this. And you succeeded. And hopefully, if you're in this group or see this video somewhere on YouTube or whatever, that hopefully you can walk. And if not, I've seen people in wheelchairs do $10,000 in sales in a month. So the real thing is I think, I firmly believe that we take the opportunity for granted. We're not grateful for the opportunity. I say many of times that my parents didn't have this opportunity, right? I use an analogy on the way home of the road you drive on every single day was developed by somebody, right? That road was at one point in time never there, right? That it's something to be grateful for. We take that type of stuff for granted every day. We take our vehicles for granted. We take the house we live in for granted. We take the people that are surrounding us for granted. Instead, looking at all these things as opportunities. We have an opportunity to drive to a thrift store because somebody made a road for us to drive on. I mean, I know that's very minuscule, and you might think, what does that got to do with eBay? It is not what it's got to do with eBay. It's what it's got to do with your perspective in your mindset. Our mindsets together, right? This is what is going to drive your performance on eBay every single day of the fucking year. It's got all the things you see on eBay. Is eBay really an opportunity to make a full-time living? That person that's asking that question's mind is completely in the wrong fucking area. You have to direct, and my mind's been there a million times. I've took eBay for granted millions of times. Daily have I took eBay for granted. I don't want to go do this. I don't want to list today. I don't want to go get inventory today. When it's all an opportunity. What's going to make you wherever you want to get to on eBay is your mindset. I'm telling you, a negative mindset will make or break a business. It'll make or break a relationship. It will fucking devour a household, right? So if you really dig into how to become successful in the reselling industry, or we'll use eBay as this is about eBay, what really makes you successful on eBay has nothing to do with can you do it. It's the opportunity, whether you look at the platform as an opportunity or a dreadful task you got to do every day. And if you're looking at it as a dreadful task you got to do every day, you are going to make it much harder on yourself to succeed. And you can apply this to all aspects of your life, right? Again, talking about the walking when you're a baby, you're watching everybody around you, all the grown-ups walking. Not one thought in your mind is, I'm not going to be able to do this. So you start trying, you crawl, you scuff up your knees, you fall down a million fucking times, you bump your head, you scrape your elbows, you get slivers in your fucking feet. But nothing makes you stop because you see an opportunity. You see adults doing this, so you know damn well you can do it. And that's why you can walk today. That might sound like a crazy analogy, but it's the same thing as eBay. It's the same thing as a relationship in life. You see people with a successful relationship, and you want a successful relationship, but we're not willing to do what it takes to have a successful relationship. Does that make any sense to anybody, right? So if you can look at your eBay journey as more than is this going to work for me or not, ask yourself this question. Are you going to take the opportunity for granted? Or are you going to take it as an opportunity and apply yourself every single day to get the results you want? Because that's what that's what success looks like in life. Everybody has the same opportunity. People will make up excuses. My skin tone's a different shade than yours, so you got more opportunity than me. But we had Barack Obama as president. Do you see what I'm talking about? The excuses. People will make up excuses. I didn't come from a wealthy family, so a wealthy family can't come from me. That's bullshit. A wealthy family can come from you. Most people that I've studied over the course of 5 years that are wealthy now came from an unwealthy family. They made a wealthy family come from them. If that makes any sense, try to look at this. Try to look at reselling. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to give you a different thought process of your journey throughout reselling. The opportunity exists. There are millions of people making it on eBay. The opportunity exists. It's there. The platform's there. It's a successful platform. There are fucking shit tons of sales every day. Billions of dollars of sales a year. $7 billion worth of income coming in and out of eBay a year annually. We got 7 million resellers. If you did the math, every one of the resellers could be a millionaire if you divided it up, right? If you did the math, it's simple math. Business is actually, I'm not saying it's simple. There's nothing. Here's another thing you're not hearing a lot of resellers talking about on YouTube. They're not rid of it. They're not telling you the times they wanted to smash their head through a fucking wall. They're not telling you how many times they wanted to give up in a year, right? Because people go through this to get to wherever you want to. How many times did you fail when you tried to walk? A million fucking times. You might have scars today. You might have scars from trying to pedal a bike your first time you ever pedaled a bike, but did you give up? No. You can go jump out on a pedal bike right now and probably ride it, right? So, in the same goes for eBay. The opportunities are the facts are there. Okay, let's put it this way. The facts there. It's a successful platform, and you can succeed from it. Many people do. Many. I just told you numbers on how many people can succeed on eBay, right? We get caught up on the little silly shit. Though, is my inventory system good enough yet? Am I finding the right inventory? Anybody can do the research, and anybody can look up to see if they can make a margin on an item. Anybody. I have never met anybody that can't do that math. Now, maybe I'm sure there are people out there, right? But the truth is we tend to make up excuses for our inability to want to put in some hard work. Nothing pays off better than hard work. Nothing. Not any amount of talent. Nothing. Kobe Bryant, I've watched his interview a billion times and I've researched him. He was not a great basketball player when he started. Matter of fact, he sucked and he didn't score any points. Okay, now this is not when he was in the NBA. I'm talking about when he first got started playing. He sucked at basketball. Okay? And what did he become? One of the greatest of all times, right? What I'm trying to get all of us to understand is, one, this is not going to be easy, but you shouldn't want it easy. Look, if you want it easy, you're already failing. If you want eBay to be easy for you, you've already lost. But we'll say it like that. If you want every day to be easy and smooth for you, just stay at your 9 to 5. And I'm not saying your 9 to 5's easy. By no means necessary. I've worked them for 20 years. I totally understand that there's physical jobs, there's mental jobs, but your day's set up for you. Somebody, the boss or the manager, sets out what you're going to do throughout the day, and you go punch in and you go do what they tell you to do. You punch out and you come home and you get your earnings at the end of the week or the following week. That is a simple form. When you become a full-time reseller and you're taking it all on your own, you ain't got nobody telling you what the fuck to do. And you don't know where you're going to be at in a year or 5, right? Because nobody's telling you, hey, Justin, if you show up to work every single day in 5 years, you'll be making $100,000 a year. You don't know if that's going to happen for you. It's going to be difficult because you are stretching towards something that you don't know if it's going to work or not. That's what makes it difficult, right? Because you're putting in hard work and you're not yet getting paid for the hard work you're putting in. But if you don't give up, the only way is up, man. Think about wherever you're at in life right now, right? I think about that now. I beat myself up all the time that I'm not 10 times farther than I should be now. But if I think back to the very first day and the very first item that I listed on eBay and eventually sold that a few days later to where I am at now, I made 10,000% profit, if not more. A ridiculous amount of progress, and you have too. Whether it's your first week and you sold one item, or whether it's your fucking 6th year and you've sold thousands of items, you have made substantial growth. And if you keep pushing, you'll keep making substantial growth, right? I do it all the time. I'm 1,000% guilty of beating myself up so much that it's actually at times hindered my growth, right? You are supposed to hold yourself accountable, and if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you should beat yourself up a little bit, but not so bad to the point where it fucking cripples you, right? I don't believe you should beat yourself. I've been very guilty of doing that to myself, okay? Because I'm not in the millions yet. I don't have 5 employees yet, and I'll beat myself up, and all that does is hold you back from where you could be going. The process of reselling is easy. Go find an item that you can make a little bit of profit on, flip that item, package it, deliver it, leave feedback, right? That is something. I have never met a person that can't do that yet. So, well, yeah, I have a couple, okay? But we're not talking about people. Most people can do this, okay? Most people. I don't know anybody in my circle. I don't know anybody in my family, both sides. I don't know anybody that I went to school with that can't go find one item and make $10 off it, make $8 on it. This ain't all about home runs. It's about doing the math. How many items am I going to have to do a day at what dollar amount to get me to where I want to go to? Here's where the problem lies. We take the opportunity for granted, and I'm going to beat this into my own head too, because I've done it a billion times. I take the opportunity that is bringing in billions of dollars a year, and I minimize it, and that minimization and being ungrateful for what that does to me is it brings my energy level down lower, so I don't actually have to put in the work that I don't want to put into. That's exactly what it does to us. And whether you want to admit that be true for you or not, that's up to you. I don't care. But I'm willing to admit that so I can address it and fix it and move on and get better. Right? I've done it a 1,000 times. I don't know how many times. A lot of times I've done that. And I've been ungrateful for this. When I was growing up, when I was 16 and 17 years old, maybe eBay existed. It probably did. I don't know. I didn't hear many people talking about it. But you did not have the opportunity to make 6 figures a year from your home. Not that I knew of, not in my location. My parents were not able to do that. Now, my mom did do some part-time work when she was a full-time mom at work. She did piecework for a company right down the road, but that was not paying her 6 figures fucking year. It was. I don't know what it was, and it's none of my business, truthfully. But it was not doing that. So there's very few opportunities like that presented themselves to our parents if you are in your 40s. Okay, so this whole thing, this whole eBay platform is a win-win for everybody. I don't care if you don't want to be a full-time reseller and you just want to filter through your closet and make a couple extra bucks so you can go to the thrift store and buy a couple more items. That is very easily. I know plenty of people that do that. You can do that too. But it's this thing I'm seeing where resellers are saying that it's easy. Look, the process, yes, it's easy. But if somebody is on eBay or YouTube trying to sell you a fucking Patreon group for $50 a month, and they're telling you that paying for this is going to make you succeed on eBay, that is false information. That is not going to make you succeed. The only thing that will make you succeed on eBay is you being able to go through the grit and tough times. And what that grit and tough times is that you're putting in a lot of work and you're not getting the results back fast enough. You don't know if you're going up or you're going to go backwards. You don't know if you're going to be able to find inventory tomorrow. You don't know. Your don't knows, right? Your don't knows will hinder your growth, right? If you allow it to. You don't have to know. If you put one foot in front of the other fucking foot, day in and day out, the results will come. It's impossible for them not to come. If you've never walked a mile in your life and you just keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and then sitting back down, you're never going to get to that mile. All that time you thought, if you just put one foot in front of the other, you probably would have had 10 miles done by then. Do you get what I'm saying? That the opportunity is already here, right? This is the opportunity. It's here. It's for everybody. It's for all the resellers. It's not for a select few that make 6 figures or more. It's not just for them. It is for everybody that is willing to put in the work that it takes you to get there. I can't express that enough. This platform is not designed for anybody to fucking lose. It weeds itself out. Do you get what I'm saying? The ones that put in a little bit of work get little bits of results. The ones that is willing to work and be on a consistent schedule on a daily basis get rewarded better. It is just proven. That is exactly what happens. And the main reason I even wanted to start making this content a few years back was because I wanted to show people where I started and what I've learned and the mistakes I've made and the wins I've made, right? So maybe somewhere in between them, you can maybe not have one of them failures or know what to do when you get to one of them failures. I try to get deeper than the surface level of, oh, look what sold on eBay. I'm here to tell you right now, what I sold on eBay is doing you no fucking good. You're wasting your time watching that video. It doesn't matter what the fuck I sold on eBay because you didn't sell it, right? What matters is you go out and you find some inventory that's going to do the same thing for you. I get it if you want to watch a video to get an idea in the beginning. The reason I'm so strong on this opinion of mine is because I wasted 12 fucking months watching everybody else win. I'm watching everybody else fucking win, and I was taking no action. I lost 12 months because once I started reselling, I started winning. It didn't happen immediately, but it does happen immediately. If you take one item out of your fucking closet, garage, wherever you can fucking find it, and you list it, and that motherfucker sells, you're winning. That's a win. And if you can do that one time, you can do that 2 times. I don't give a fuck what you do. If you're used to arguing with your significant other every single day about stupid little fucking shit, right? And you do it every day. Why do I know that? Because I used to do it with mine, right? You argue every single fucking day and you keep doing the same thing. You're never going to get different results. One day you decide, you know what? I'm just going to say, you know what? You do got a good viewpoint. I'm going to look at it from this angle and let's start working on here. And all of a sudden your whole relationship shifts, right? It's not going to happen immediately. Everything ain't going to be bandaged up and perfect immediately, but you took action. And as you keep taking them actions, eventually those old thoughts of arguing and winning the war, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? They start dissipating and you start doing the right things. And all of a sudden you got a good relationship. Isn't it crazy how this works? The same thing goes, you might have a bad relationship with eBay right now because you're working really hard 3 days out of the week, but the other 4 you're doing fucking nothing, right? So you add a day, right? Or you add a piece of inventory. You stay consistent. I was talking about it yesterday about, the rabbit don't win the race ever when it comes to eBay. You get all gunged up and hyped up and motivated because maybe you watched one of my videos or somebody else's. So you go out and you spend $100 at a thrift store. You come home and you fucking do that shit for fucking 30, 60 days as hard as you can. You're just all in. And then you don't see the results you want to see after 60 days. So you start slacking off. You're never going to win. You're never going to win with that mindset. People do it all the time in the gym. They go to the gym. But, Justin, I've been going to the gym now for 4 months. And I was really gung-ho the first for 4 weeks. I was really gung-ho the first 3 weeks. But then I didn't start seeing any results. So I started slowing down. And now I'm paying for Planet Fitness. And I don't even fucking go there no more. And I feel like shit and look like shit. We don't give something long enough to take root and start growing. We expect, because we've seen Timmy Two Buck on YouTube that's doing $1 million in sales in a year. We're expecting that, or he's doing $1 million in sales a year. We're expecting to get there in 1 year. It's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen for anybody unless you've got a whole bunch of capital to hire a shit ton of people right now, which I think would be ignorant because, first of all, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, how are you going to train a whole shit ton of other motherfuckers to do something you don't know how to do? Logically, to me, that doesn't make much sense, right? But the eBay platform, each and every single person holds the same amount of value, has the same amount of opportunity. It has the same amount of opportunity for you as it does tech and sports. It has the same amount of value for me as it does Chris Lynn. It has the same amount of value for you as it does Rally Roots. Do you get what I'm saying? They seen the opportunity. They went after it day in and day out. And now look what happened 5 to 10 years later after they've been doing it. If you are looking for a quick fix, you are falling right into them fucking lose 100 pounds in 1 week fucking schemes. Those are all fucking scams. And if you fall into them, accept that you were ignorant and you believe something that was impossible. That's all you got to do. Because these schemes you're seeing on YouTube, the same thing. Oh, how to make $100,000 in 1 month on eBay. And you could do that in 3 months. If you fucking believe something can happen that fast for you, you have a delusional thought process. Your perspective is way the fuck off. It's way off. I've said it in many other videos. We overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate what we can do in 5 to 10 years. We do that all the time. We do it all the time. We want instant gratification, hence the reason why people go to 9 to 5s. You go to 9 to 5 because you punch in for 7 days. The next week, you get a paycheck for that. That is instant gratification. You want rewarded. We were programmed, in the United States at least, to get rewarded fast for your work you put in. And if that's what you're looking for through eBay, you're not going to make it too far. Because the rewards won't come fast enough. Hence, this is another reason why I say, don't walk off your 9 to 5. Do this as a side hustle till this makes you more money than your 9 to 5. And then do that consistently for 6 months to a year. And then you can look at your boss and tell him to kiss your ass or whatever, right? But do not go watch a video of mine or somebody else's on YouTube about reselling and you got a whole garage full of freaking inventory and just quit your job when you got bills that are going to keep coming in. And the money ain't going to come in fast enough for you to take care of that and you're going to sink. That's a guarantee you're going to sink, right? So don't do that. But the opportunity is no different for tech and sports than it is for me or you. It's what tech and sports did with the opportunity that presented itself to him. That man went out on his own solo, and did $1 million in sales in a year on himself. So if one man or woman can do that, so can you or I. It's been done. I was talking about it yesterday about the 4-minute mile, right? For years, people thought you'd have a heart attack. It's impossible. There's no way you can do it. So nobody even attempted it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's what you're doing with the opportunity. It's perspective. It's perspective. Everybody would tell, doctors would be telling people, do not try to run a mile in 4 minutes because you will have a heart attack and die. And then one man broke that barrier. And once that one man broke that barrier, thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people now have broke that same barrier. It's fucking nuts. It's in your mind what you do with the opportunity. I'm trying to tell you this. It's got nothing to do with it might be, some people might get better results because of maybe they're in a wealthy location where their thrift stores have, I don't know, every shirt they find is worth $50. I don't know. Right? But the opportunity, regardless of where you're at, you can make this happen. I am not in a wealthy area whatsoever. We live in Saginaw, Michigan, which they took all the plants out, the big plants, General Motors and all. They took that shit out and China bought it out. Them guys ain't making what they used to be making when my dad was working there, right? There's not a lot of income in Saginaw. Now, I'm not saying everybody's broke, but the good majority of people are not wealthy in Saginaw, Michigan. Okay? And I'm using the items I'm finding at them thrift stores, and I'm buying items on the side, and I'm buying bundle over here, and I'm buying bundle over there. The only reason I was able to go from one sale to fucking thousands and thousands of sales was because I was willing to wait and be consistent and persistent long enough to start getting rewarded for it. And I wake up on days and I want to fucking walk off. I want to quit. Oh, I don't want to do it no more. I have them days all the time. But I made an oath to myself and my fiance that I ain't giving up. I don't give a fuck what it takes. I'll go through the grit. I'll cry. I'll fucking fold up in a ball on the floor, want to pull my hair out and cry like a little fucking 2-year-old. But I'll get through that and I'll go back at it. If you can go into reselling with that attitude, you're going to get a lot better results than the person that's thinking, okay, if this don't go smooth for me for the first 3 months, I'm just going to go try something else. This is what's going to happen to that person that does that. You're going to do that for 3 months. It's not going to go smooth for you. So you're going to go on to something else. And you're going to say, I'll do this for 3 months. And if it don't go smooth for me, I'm going to quit. You're not giving it enough fucking time. You're not giving it enough time. I can tell you that now because I thought when I first started and I was listening to people like Tech and Sports and Chris Lynn and them all have excellent, they all have info to give you about reselling. They made substantial success when it comes to reselling. I'm not taking anything from them guys, right? But they have no different DNA than you do. It's not about the pigment of your fucking skin in this opportunity game, man. It's not about whether you're a man or a woman. It's not about whether you have felony convictions or fucking you've never had a conviction in your life. It doesn't stereotype on nothing but your consistency. The only thing that matters on eBay. I got caught up on, are my fucking photos perfect? And do I got the best lighting in the fucking on eBay? And I got to make sure everything's perfect. No, you fucking don't. What that does, if you believe everything's got to be fucking perfect, you are hindering your own growth. Because if it ain't, you're holding yourself back. Look, my photos are by far not perfect. They're decent. And it works every single day, consistent sales. For as long as I can remember. I don't remember when we haven't had consistent sales, right? The only reason that happened was because I took an oath. I said, I'm not gonna quit on this like I did everything in my fucking life. I quit on everything. I quit every fucking job. I quit working out. I quit doing this. I quit doing that. I would quit everything. Every little task. I got 99 tasks started and not a one fucking finished. So I took an oath and I said I'm going to be consistent. Have I been perfect on the consistency? No, I fucked up. I missed a day. You're going to do that. Just don't let yourself miss 3 days, right? Don't go, if you want to be a full-time reseller, you miss 1 or 2 if you need a fucking break, man. But you start getting into 3, that's going to start programming a habit of not doing it in your own mind. And then you'll start fucking digressing fastly. You'll fastly start digressing. Your sales will drop dramatically. Yes, you take a day or 2 when you need it, right? I'm not trying to tell you be an Elon Musk and work 120 fucking hours a week. I strongly don't suggest that. Find a way to get focused, be consistent on a daily basis, and know you're in it for the long haul. If that is your mindset, shit, when problems happen, you're going to be able to handle them way, way, way better than you would have. I'm trying to get there now. That shit is going to fucking kill you. It's killed me, man. I'm telling you, many of times, it's killed me, right? It's killed me everywhere. It's killed me in my relationships. It's killed me all over the place. You gotta get there now, I can't waste this minute, right? Try not to do that to yourself. It'll stir up a whole bunch of all kinds of shit that you don't need to deal with, right? But when it comes to reselling, every one of you 7 million resellers are out there, right? Everybody in this group, everybody on YouTube, you have the same opportunity I got, and we both got the same opportunity that anybody that's ever made it has. It's what do we do with that opportunity? Right? So I think what we as resellers need to focus on is how can I get more consistent? What can I do to get more consistent? Well, what you can do, I say it all the time. Well, I'm going to list 1 hour. I'm going to list 1 hour today. Okay? Do that. Right? And do that for a week. And then after that, say, I'm going to list for 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm not telling you to go from 1 to 10 hours a fucking day. Right? I'm not telling you to make that jump. What I'm telling you is consistently, gradually be working on something and hit the fucking number you say you're going to hit. It is as simple as that. And within time, you will fucking win. If you go to the gym every day for 30 minutes a fucking day, in 90 days, you will look completely fucking different than the day you walked in that fucking gym. I guarantee it. That's 30 minutes out of your 24. How valuable is your health really to you? People say, I don't got the time, but you got 24 hours. But you don't understand, Justin. I got 4 kids, and I work 2 jobs, right? And I'm paying all the bills. Get on the floor and do 10 push-ups before you go to fucking work. Do 10 body squats before you go to fucking work. There is always time for your health, because if you're not healthy, what good are you to the people around you anyways? Right or wrong? Like, if you are unhealthy, you can't do what you could do when you're healthy, right? People say, I don't got the time to source items. Find a way. I was working a full-time job and I found a way to do it, right? I was only working 8 hours a day at my 9 to 5, sometimes 10, but then I would come home and put another 4 to 6 hours into work, and I did that every single day for 365 fucking days. I did that so I could leave my 9 to 5. Was it easy? No. Did I do anything that whole year? No, nothing but work. Nothing but work. But I was willing to do that so I could be self-employed. Because I was tired of working for a company and making somebody else wealthy while I stayed broke. That is the 9 to 5 world. I don't give a fuck what salary they're paying you. You are only getting a very small fraction of what you're making that company, and I don't give a fuck who tells you different. I don't care if you're a fucking heart surgeon. Do you know how much money you're making at fucking hospital? No, I'm not telling you we don't need heart surgeons. I'm just making a perspective. I'm just making an opinion, right? Or something for you to view and take a look at. Every place, even if you're making $40 an hour at a company as a union pipe fitter, we'll say, I don't know, right? What do you think you're making that union? They're paying you a fraction of your value. This is the mindset that made me work hard enough to get away from my 9 to 5, because I was tired of making other companies wealthy. It's up to you. If you want to keep, look, I want people to also understand this. This is my story. This is how I feel. I'm not trying to force you into not working 9. You want to work a 9 to 5 and be able to go camping every single fucking weekend, then by all means do so. I don't care anymore about whether you do that or whether you succeed as an entrepreneur. I think what's really valuable, what I care most about, is you actually taking advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you, whatever way it is. We don't. We overlook our opportunities every single day. Look, I swear to God, I think I did this, so I know I'm not the only one out of 330-some million people in the United States that wake up and just think one day, because I'm a good person, something's good's going to happen to me. No, it's not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not going to work that way. Just because you're a good person with good morals, good ethics, good mannerism, and all this other shit, doesn't mean fucking good money things are going to happen to you. Look, money and being a good person, being a good person and doing money things, I think is better. But there's miserable people that do money things every single day and they're wealthy. Okay? So there's no correlation of being a good person and being wealthy. That's not, or making more money than your 9 to 5. There's no correlation, because you could be a miserable motherfucker and make way more money than people are making at their 9 to 5s, right? It doesn't matter. Look at Steve Jobs. He looked fucking miserable, and he built one of the most wealthy companies in the fucking world, right? He looked miserable. You ever watch his movie? Oh my God, about Apple? He looked fucking miserable and made everybody miserable that was around him and had to work with him, right? So I thought that just because that somebody was going to see me being a good person and they were going to give me an opportunity. Look, I'm not telling you not to be a good person, by no means necessary. Matter of fact, I encourage you to be the best person you can be. I will tell you this, being a good person and going after money things will make you more money than your 9 to 5. It might not pay that out right off the top. It's not going to pay that. Like I just said a little bit ago, you can't walk off your 9 to 5 that's paying you 6 figures a year and start a side company and make 6 figures that first year. It ain't gonna fucking happen like that, man. That's not the way the book is wrote. It's just not how the cookie crumbles, right? If it was that way, fucking, there wouldn't be nobody working for any 9 to 5s, right? They'd have to have all robots doing everything they're doing, which we're heading in that direction, I truly believe. But I just wanted to give people a little bit of a perspective on the opportunity. I mean, do you ever stop to think about this? Maybe this is just my mindset that thinks this way, that this big, huge platform in our fucking fingertips can make you fucking financially free. Seriously. Instead, we get caught up on our daily daunting tasks. I don't want to take these fucking pictures. I don't want to list these fucking items. I don't want to go look for inventory. I don't want to deal with this customer service. That's when I say we hold ourselves back from our full potential on eBay. This is the shit I'm talking about. This type of self-talk we do to ourselves on a daily basis is getting you the results on eBay that you're getting. Bottom line. Oh, this ain't going to work for me. Nothing else has worked for me all my life, so why would this work for me? Why do I know that? Because I used to say that until I started shifting the conversation up here. I wasn't making the progress that I'm making today. I wouldn't be making this progress with the thought process that I had 6 years ago when I was using drugs. I wouldn't even have got started. I wouldn't even have had the courage to get started. And I won't be where I'm at today. And I'm far from where I want to be. Right? The opportunity's there. You know, fuck, man. I can't overemphasize that enough about the importance of this opportunity. It's for anybody to grab and take advantage of. The ones that take advantage of it the most and are grateful for it win the most. This is anything in life, man. It's not just eBay. It's everything. Look, the gyms are every fucking where. They're everywhere. The littlest towns around me have gyms in them. The problem is the opportunity is there for you to be in shape. The problem isn't the weights. But the weights sure in the fuck ain't gonna move themselves. The problem isn't the inventory, because there's fucking millions of people donating inventory on a daily basis. If you make a post on Facebook, they'll give you the fucking shit. You know how much shit I got for free? It made tens of thousands of dollars on people's trash cans and people just donating. That's not the issue. We are the issue. We are taking for granted the fucking platform. It'll be there tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. We've all done it. I've done it a million times. I've said that same fucking thing. Right in my own head. Oh, it's all right, Justin. You can finish up tomorrow. It'll be here tomorrow. It's taking the platform for granted. We've all done it. It is here. Look, it's real. I'm telling you, it's real. Wake up. Let's wake up and see what's, and then people will start, like I said, people start paying because they think somebody's going to tell them the magic fucking formula. I'm telling you the fucking magic formula for free right here. It's in your head. The opportunity is there. It exists. It presents itself to you and me. If you grab a hold of it and you're grateful for it and you fucking work your ass off and I take it for granted, you're going to kick my ass in reselling. Bottom line, at anything you do. You ever notice how a person will go to school and they're not that great of an athlete when they first start in T-ball, and before you know it, they're in the major fucking leagues? Why do you think that is? They seen an opportunity and they fucking went after it. People don't become pro just because they were born pro. The pro football player couldn't even fucking walk when it came out of his mama's vagina. The fucker slid out, couldn't do nothing, couldn't even feed itself, couldn't wipe its own ass, and then became a pro 20 years later. You think that just kind of happens? No, that doesn't kind of happen. That person was willing to stay after and do one more hour of fucking practice. Wake up 2 hours earlier and do 2 hours of practice. The gyms are everywhere, but the weights aren't going to move themselves. They're not going to move themselves. It's the same analogy as eBay. The platform is here. It's already invented. All you got to do is show up every fucking day. Right? But that's not easy for people to do. If it was easy for people to show up every day, there wouldn't be a single soul out here. There wouldn't be one man out here walking around with fucking 14-inch arms. They'd all have 22-inch arms, a fucking 84-inch fucking chest, and a 22-inch stomach. That's what all the guys would look like. Right? Because they want to get there, but they just don't want to put in the work. Right? And every girl would have an apple bottom and a perfect curve. Are you seeing where I'm coming from, though? The opportunities are there. And they're endless. But I will tell you this from experience. Just because you're thinking it, look, we're not telekinetic. We can't think shit. It fucking just automatically happen. It's like, I say this about prayer. This will drive me nuts to the moon. When I see a meme like, just pray that $20,000 will end up in your bank account next week. And people fall into it left and right. Oh, I pray. But they put no action in. That's dead. Prayer without fucking action is dead. It don't exist. You can pray all you fucking want, but if you don't start putting some action towards that prayer, you're wasting your fucking time. You're wasting your time. Same thing with, I pray sales go up. Are you listing? Let me ask you that. I pray sales sure pick up. And right now, I'm sure we all are because there's a thing going on, right? I pray sales are picking up, but I'm going to keep taking days off. It's stupid. It's really common sense. If you want sales to fucking go up, keep listing. Keep listing. Don't stop. Even when times get slow, keep going. You don't feel like going to the gym, your arms are sore, your back's sore, your tendons hurt. I'm talking about myself right now because my tendons hurt. Show up. Anyways, it's not going to be perfect every day you wake up. Until you understand that and you embrace that, you're going to be where you've been. I'm talking to myself too, guys. I get there too. I'm human. Okay, I'm not a robot sitting up here like, woo. I'm not where I want to be. And I know I'm not where I want to be because I haven't done what I know I should have been doing. I'm pointing the finger at me too, and I'm not pointing the finger at you guys. I'm just trying to give you a different way to think of what it does not take you paying somebody, you want to keep paying somebody $50 a month on fucking YouTube to listen to what they said or how they got, go ahead and do it, man. That's up to you. If that toots your fucking horn and makes you feel like you're getting, but most people, even motivational speeches, right? They go around, they motivate people to start become an entrepreneur, have a better life. 80% of the people that go to them, actually apply what the fuck they said to their life. You're throwing your fucking money away. If I had a $50 a month Patreon group and you joined it and you paid my $50, and I'm telling you this right now because there's no other fucking hacks. And I tell you all this and you listen to all this and you write it down and then you still say in your mind, well, I'm still going to do it my way. What the fuck are you paying for the group for? You're wasting your money. You have to humble yourself. I did it myself to Chris from Daily Refinement. And by the way, Chris, if you ever watch my videos, I love you, brother. You taught me so much. You're very knowledgeable, and I love the way you deliver things. And I just love what you did for eBay, right? And for your guests and your viewers and everything. But Hugh, when I first got into it, right, this is when I was a sell everything store, okay? I was a sell everything store. Chris, I'm watching Chris Lynn, he's like, the best way to do it if you want to, don't say this is verbatim because it's not verbatim. But somewhere along the lines, he says, the best method to go is pick a niche. I'm like, fuck you, dude. He gonna fucking tell me to pick a niche. Well, this dude's already making fucking $500,000 a year when he's saying that. And I'm not even making 50 yet. Don't you think I should probably listen to what he's saying and then tune that into my schedule and see how it works? It took me 3 fucking months to listen to him. And when I did, my whole business changed. Never am I up here saying that I have all the answers, okay? Because I don't. Obviously, I'm still learning. I'm still fucking up, right? But one thing I am doing, I'm giving you my experience that's getting me to where I've got, okay? And the one thing that's going to get you further is a different mindset. I'm telling you this through and through and through. I have to tell myself it all the time. Like where my mindset is right now, doing 6 figures a year, it has to be completely different to make $1 million a year. It's got nothing to do with your arms, your eyes, your legs, right? It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with how can you handle this? How are you going to handle not being able to get inventory? How are you going to handle packaging 100 items instead of 20 items? How are you going to handle the days you wake up and you want to throw up in a bucket because you feel sick? Are you going to use that as an excuse not to list? Or are you actually going to be tough enough to be able to just fucking list? And I'm not telling you if you're on your deathbed or you're fucking throwing up all over, you should be listing. But the go-getters do that. Okay? The go-getters work through what they don't want to when they don't want to do it. This is discipline. I do not want to go to the gym as often as I did my first 60 days. I still show up. I show up when I feel like I can't even pick up a 5-pound dumbbell. By the time I leave, I'm glad I did it. The whole ride there, I'm fuck this, man. Fuck, man. Fuck, I don't want to do this shit. Many times I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I'm like, I don't want to package up all these items. Right? Now listen, they hear me out here. A year and a half before that, I was like, man, once I'm able to package up 42 items, 40 items in a day, I'll be so happy. Now you get there, and you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't have to package them up. Do you get what I'm saying? The opportunity is here, guys and girls. It's here. It's presented itself. And I hope by something I'm saying, that will pull the veil off to your eyes, that it's got nothing to do whether you're this tall, this tone, that tone, this gender, that gender. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with the fucking hack. Stop looking for hacks, please. Stop looking for hacks. You're wasting valuable fucking time when you're looking for hacks. There is no hack to nothing unless you're a computer hacker and you want to hack into somebody's account. And that's a motherfucking hack, and it's happened to me, and those people suck, right? Unless you're doing it for good purposes, security and shit like that. That's the only hack. So if you're looking for a hack, just start coding, man. Just start coding, because you're wasting valuable time. There are plenty of people on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that is telling you the simple principles it takes. Here's the problem. We're stubborn as humans, okay? At least I can admit that I am, right? I only want to take one thing out of what Chris Lynn said and say fuck the rest, and I want to do it my way so I can be unique. Just do what the winners are doing and you'll win. Wow, that sounds crazy, right? Instead, people are like, well, what's the quick hack? I heard it not long ago with Andrew Tate. Somebody called him in on a channel and says, hey, what's the quickest and fastest way I can get abs? Andrew Tate says, why the fuck is it got to be quick and easy? Why does everybody want the shortcut? Because we're all impatient. We want what we want now. That's not the way the fucking marketplace works. I'm telling you this now. We got 6,000, 7,000 items in our inventory as of last night. Right? I remember when I first started, I'm thinking, man, I want to get to 10,000 items in my inventory, right? But I was excited at 1,000. I'm not as excited at 7,000 as I was at my first 1,000. Right? Because I'm not where I want to be yet. And that seems like that took me forever to get there. Right? It does. It takes time. But getting there got us consistent sales every single fucking day throughout the process. Am I making thousands of dollars a day? No. But when I first started, I wasn't even making fucking tens of dollars a day. I wasn't even making fucking $1 bills yet. But you'll get there. We've got there. You can get there. You're making $250,000 a year in sales right now. If you can do that, you could definitely do $1 million in sales. Think of it that way. Think about the opportunity that's here, ladies and gentlemen. And just please, this is one thing I want to do. Don't throw away an opportunity that's right in front of your fucking eyes. It's here for everybody, man. This isn't, okay, eBay sits in a conference room and scratches his head and sees flippinstoop and says, yeah, we're going to do it for, no, we're not going to do it for flippinstoop, but we're going to do it over here for Ratface23. That's not the way the game works. I believe winning on eBay is 90% mental, 10% physical. The reason I say that is because your body reacts and puts in the work by what this brain up here tells it to do. If you're telling it all day long, yep, just another mundane day, just another shitty day, I gotta fucking take pictures again, I gotta fucking go get inventory. If your mind is telling your body that, your energy level in your tank is going to be so fucking low, you're not going to put in the work that it takes for you to get to where you want to get to. It is that simple. This is why I say 90-10, easy. If I wake up right off the bat in the morning, I'll tell you this because I've done it a million times. Man, fuck this day, man. A million things rushing through my mind the second I wake up. Those days usually suck. I'm telling you, they suck. And it's really hard for me to hit my quota when I wake up with that attitude. If I wake up and this isn't being cocky, this isn't being arrogant, this is what motivates me. And it does a lot of other people. If you wake up and say, man, just another fucking day. If you wake up with that attitude, you're making your day harder for you right off the bat. If you wake up and say, I'm going to be the best me today that me has ever fucking seen. You ain't doing it for other people. You're doing it for you. I'm going to be the baddest motherfucking stoop Nicky that I've ever fucking seen. And you go after it that day. I tackle my task with 10,000% more fucking consistency when I have that attitude as I do another fucking eBay day. Just gotta wake up and do eBay again. If I'm thinking like that, it might take me an hour to get out of bed. If I wake up saying it's gonna be the day, today's my day, baby. I'm gonna be the best me possible on eBay. I'm going to be pumped and motivated for it. When I have that attitude, I sell Walmart shit. And it sells. When it's gonna be another day, I'm looking at Walmart shit like, fuck that, waste my time. This is why I say it's 90% mental, man. It's there for you guys. And I'm going to wrap this video up because this is quite a lengthy one, and I want to make sure I get everything I got to get done today. But this has been I didn't expect it to go this long. But I think this is the most important thing about winning in any business. You guys, people are raking leaves and cutting grass and making millions of dollars a year. Starbucks is selling coffee in one of the biggest brands in the world. They're selling coffee. It's a stupid fucking idea. It's not an intelligent... They didn't create the fucking light bulb. They're selling coffee. These fuckers are cutting grass. It doesn't take a fucking scholar to learn how to cut lines in grass. It doesn't. Any idiot can do it. I'm saying that because my dumb ass learned how to do it. It doesn't take a whiz. It takes believing in yourself and knowing that you're going to fucking get through every single day with good energy and good intentions. And you'll fucking make it happen. No, it's 30 days ain't enough, 60 days ain't enough, 90 days, 365 days ain't enough. And that scares people. That's what makes people not want to do it. I don't want to put all that time into it. Okay, here's my argument on that. I don't want to put in fucking 2 years on eBay. Then you're wasting your time anyways. You're wasting your time. Because this is what I'm going to tell you. If you don't start putting in the energy, you're going to get there 2 years. Hopefully, by the grace of God, we all make it another 2 years, right? You're going to get to that 2 years regardless. Do you want to get to that 2 years and actually made progress? Or do you want to be right where you are 2 years older? Think about that. Think about that the next time you say, I don't want to put in that much time. I don't want to stay in the gym 5 days a week. I'd rather just not go. How are you going to look 5 years down the road? And you're going to be 5 years older. You're going to start feeling like shit. I'm telling you. This is exactly what happened to me. This is why I'm saying it. Stuff I talk about, I've went through. Right? I've went through it. You've probably went through it too. Humble yourself. Look at the opportunity. Be grateful for it. And seriously be grateful for it. Whatever that takes you to be able... I don't care if you got to go to a quiet room and actually think, man, back in fucking 1920, nobody had the fucking opportunity to do what we're doing today and make a full-time income. Now, here's where I think people fuck up. There's so many ways today. People don't want to put time in anything because there's so many opportunities that can distract you away from the one opportunity that can make you wealthy. Or that could at least provide for you and your family. Don't take the wealth out of it, right? I don't ever put, just because I want to become a millionaire, I want to put that on everybody else. But I bet you if I told you, hey, come work for me for the next 10 years, and by the end of that 10 years, you'll be a millionaire, I bet you come work for me. You would, right? So you kind of want to be a millionaire, whether you know it or not, right? Nobody. I've never met somebody that says, yeah, I just want to struggle every month. Yeah. Hey, Justin, you know what I want to do? I want to struggle for the next 45 years of my life, right? I just can't wait to struggle. Nobody thinks that way. Get the fuck out of here. And if they do, I don't know. Maybe they're rare. But I've never ran into anybody that wants to struggle to make sure their rent's paid. Not one have I ever met that says, yeah, dude, I just love it when I'm struggling. Right around the time, the electric and the consumers comes. I just love that time of the month. Nobody. Everybody hates bill time first week of the month, end of the month. Nobody loves that, right? But the wealthy people don't worry about that. You know, here's a big thing. I think we before I end this up, I think we were taught the wrong shit when we were kids, right? Oh, money's the root of all evil, right? All this bullshit, right? Who says that? Who says money's the root of all evil? People that are struggling. Am I right or am I wrong? Now, can you take money and make bad decisions? Sure. Can you be broke and make bad decisions? Sure. But money is not the root of all evil, and it is a very important tool in life. Do you know how many lives you can change if you have an abundance of it? Well, I don't know because I don't have an abundance of it, but from the people I studied and some of the money they invest into researches that's helping to find a cure for cancer and all this other shit, you can do a lot more with money than you can without it. And people will argue that fact, right? But the truth is there's nothing wrong with wanting money. I think there's a bad stigma in the United States. Look, they put it out there in public. Like, they put that propaganda out there to us. You probably grew up in a house where you say, yeah, well, fucking boss is an asshole. It's all money thing. It's just money, man. Money's the root of all evil. I've heard that shit a fucking 1,000 times. That gives you a bad perspective of money. It is good to make money. How about that? Sleep on that. It's your boy Flip Stoop. You guys have a rocking day. Never feel guilty.